Good morning, good morning, It's a bright and sunshiny day. Hey, oh my god. I pre-wrote everything down, so we're only gonna do one. Because this one has been as much passages as the three had yesterday. Possibly more. But we don't have to do three every day. You know what I mean, my jelly bean? Yeah, we don't have to do three a day. So if we do have 10 chapters left, we have 10 chapters left. And if we read two, read it, read each chapter within 2 days, 10 days we'll be done with that. And that's almost 2 weeks. So since at the meetings, we read them every Tuesday. So who knows? But if we're not done by Tuesday when they start the new one, that Tuesday we will start that new book ahead of time. Okie dokie. Why are you being noisy? I'm just kidding. Come on, baby. She didn't hear me. I was. Hi. Good morning, baby. Good morning. Good morning, yeah. Did you sleep good? I did. You see the lines on my face? Mm. Good girl. She doesn't mind when I get my foot and they scratch her chest underneath her chin. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. You like that. Nope, itchy. I think I might have oatmeal today for breakfast. I had big portions yesterday, and I was thinking, I'm like, that's too big of a portion. If I had a big portion for breakfast, that means a little lunch, and I did not do that. Stop. Well, the only big portion it was the salad, and I finished the macaroni and cheese. Where you go? It's okay. Go ahead. You can go. You can do what you want. Okay, let's get started, my ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'll show you my lines. I wasn't going to show you my face. See, that's the. I didn't even brush my hair, but it looks fine. Look, see, that's the strap. It goes like here and right here. Yep. And then this goes around here. Which sometimes right here it annoys me around 4:35. Then I take it off and shut the machine off. Ugh. I mean, it's too coloring live stream last thing. Awesome, and I'll watch her later. She only painted, so I love to watch her paint. She paints so elegantly. It's okay. She did a 5-hour stream. That's a pretty good stream. So when I went to sleep, she probably was live. So next time, I'll keep trying instead of just fixating on the video. She said she wanted to try to go live yesterday, so she did. You want to come up here? Come on. You go ahead. You want to come up here? Oh, you want to sleep right there? Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. You're a good girl. There you go. Oh, you look so cute. Look how cute she looks. Say hello to everybody. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she is camera shy. You okay, Chris? What, you talk like a man? Okay. I talk like a man sometimes early in the morning. Okay, guys, let's get started. Our Father in heaven, may your name be kept holy. May your kingdom come soon. May your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today the food we need. Huh? I don't think so. I'm live though. Yeah. Why? What happened? Did you see a centipede?
Oh no.
Oh.
Centipedes don't scare me.
Oh, there's one in here somewhere.
Look.
Guys, hold on. Breathe. It's not. Is it a spider?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But I swear to God, it wasn't just a little one.
It wasn't Charlotte.
I don't know. I don't know who it was.
Charlotte lives outside.
I don't know. No, this. No.
No, this. No, I'm telling.
It,
Was it Daddy Longlegs?
no.
Okay, because
No.
those are good to leave.
Looked,
If those are good to leave in your house, because they eat the black widows. To believe it or not, they do.
it literally took everything I had. Oh.
Breathe. It's not in front of you.
It was just,
Okay. She doesn't like spiders. Oh, you're making good coffee today?
It's already made.
Okay. The Italian stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already made it.
He makes good coffee. That's why I don't make it. Okay, let's get started, guys. I'll start the prayer again. Our Father in heaven, may your name be kept holy. May your kingdom come soon. May your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today the food we need, and forgive us our sins, as we have forgiven those who sin against us, and don't let us yield to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you, Jehovah, for another beautiful day on your beautiful earth. Thank you for allowing us to wake up today. Thank you for what you did for us in the past, present, and what you will do for us in the future. I really appreciate what you have done for everybody. Hello, whoever's watching. Jehovah, please help Michelle Bolton something. Michelle Bolton Green to recover from her knee surgery. Please help Nessa recover from her shoulder procedure. Please help Christina heal from her breaking her leg. Yes. There was someone else. Send an extra prayer for Jess, so she can, Jehovah, please help Jess a little bit extra today. Please let her sleep when she's supposed to sleep at night, and awake during the day, and healthy and happy. And please let her eyes get better. She needs a miracle. As well as Robin. She needs a miracle as well. Both of these ladies are really good ladies. and they also suffer a lot. Please help them. Tate, Cindy Lee, King Charles, Jack Griffith, Joe Biden, Michael Bolton, and Rick Flair have different. Cancers, different stages, different kinds. Tate also has a heart condition. Well, he had a heart transplant when he was like 8 or something like that. I can't remember. So the cancer treatments are canceling out their anti-rejection drugs. So I do not know how it's doing. I wish I could find out the woman's phone number. I'll go look on the Facebook page or something. Please give them physical mental strength to get through it. And please cure them, Jehovah. Celine Dion has stiff person syndrome. Please relieve her seizures and her pain. Sarah and Jess has severe migraines. Please help them with the migraines. Take the migraines away and throw them out the back door. Jess, like I just said, has a lot of autoimmune disorders. I have one, but she has many. Mine's nothing. And hers is severe. And she has POTS. So please, Jehovah, please help Jess extra like I just asked you. Please take all those nasty stuff away from these two ladies. Sarah, Jess, and Robin. They don't deserve it. And bless both sides of the families and Jess's mama. Jenny and Tiffany, and once again, Robin. She has multiple issues. Multiple. And I remember what I had to pray. Jehovah, she's going to go for cancer screening. Cancer testing. Please, please let that be negative. Please, Jehovah. She means a lot to me. More than anybody will ever know. She's special to me. Her, Jess, and Sarah's special to me. I love everybody. But certain people are special. Because I know them for so long. Arnie, Vicky, continue to help Vicky to get on the plus side. And Carol and her family. And Arnie. In Jesus' name, amen. Oh, excuse me. You disturbed her sleeping. Aww. Kristen took my dog. That's okay. It's... Oh, she needed a drink. Okay. It's all good. I'm just teasing you. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I wrote down everything. Yeah. So today, all those passages are more than what we had yesterday with all three of those headlines. Imitate is what I have to get started with. I was supposed to do that on Fridays and I never did. And there's videos I can watch. I can do research. Or I can just play a bunch of passages. Chapters. So here's a question for everybody that's watching. How do you do your family Bible study? No, family worship. Even if it's a family of one. Me, it's a family of one. Because I'm the only one that studies and follows Jehovah in my family. So. Daily Text, Friday, June 27th, 2025. I knew it. I dated today's the 26th. Because I was doing it yesterday and I knew I was going to do that. Put faith in his prophets and you will be successful. Second Chronicles 2020, chapter 20, verse 20. They rose up early the next morning and went out to the wilderness of Tekoa. As they went out, Jehoshaphat stood up and said, "Here, come here, come here. Come here. You little goof. Get off the blanket. All right. There you go. Lay down." I was trying to put her under the blanket, you know. They rose up early the next morning and went out to the wilderness of Tekoa. As they went out, Jehoshaphat stood up and said, "Listen to me, O Judah, and you inhabitants of Jerusalem, put faith in Jehovah, your God, so that you may be able to stand firm. Put faith in his prophets, and you will be successful." Yes, we'll put faith in them. You must got faith. After the days of Moses and Joshua, Jehovah raised up judges to guide his people. Then, during the time of the kings, Jehovah appointed prophets to guide his people. Faithful kings headed the council of the prophets. For example, King David humbly accepted correction from the prophet Nathan. 2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 7 and 13. 7 reads, "Then Nathan said to David, 'You are the man. This is what Jehovah the God Israel says. I myself anointed you as king over Israel, and I rescued you from the hand of Saul.'" Hi, Mandy. Good morning. And 13 reads, "David then said to Nathan, 'I have sinned against Jehovah.' Nathan replied to David, 'Jehovah in return forgives you sin. You will not die.'" Why? Because he said he sinned. He didn't try to hide it. He said he sinned. We all sin. First Chronicles chapter 17, verse 3 and 4 reads, sometimes it's similar. "On the very night the word of God came to Nathan, saying, 'Go and say to my servant David, this is what Jehovah says. You are not the one who will build the house for me to dwell in.'" Aww. King Jehoshaphat replied on the prophet Jahaziel for guidance and encouraged the people of Judah to put faith in God's prophets. 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 14 and 15 reads, Then in the middle of the congregation, the Spirit of Jehovah came upon Jahaziel, son of Zechariah, son of Benaiah, son of Jael, of Mattaniah, the Levite of the sons of Asaph. He said, "Pay attention, all Judah, and you inhabitants of Jerusalem, and King Jehoshaphat. Here is what Jehovah says to you. Do not be afraid or be terrified because of this large crowd, for the battle is not yours, but God's." Hit that like button for Jehovah. I'm doing good today, yes. Thank you. How about you? When in distress, King Hezekiah turned to the prophet Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 37, verses 1 through 6. Did I get that? Yes, I did. Sometimes I miss them. I don't know why. As soon as King Hezekiah heard this, he ripped his garments apart and covered himself with with sackcloth, and went into the house of Jehovah. Then he sent Eliakim, who was in charge of the household, Shebna, the secretary, and the elder priest, covered with sackcloth, to the prophet Isaiah, the son of Amoz. They said to him, "This is what Hezekiah says. This day is a day of distress, of rebuke, and of disgrace. For the children are already to be born, but there is no strength to give birth. Perhaps Jehovah your God will hear the words of the Rab Shaka, Rab Shaka, Rab Shaka, or Rab Shaka, whom the king of Assyria, his Lord, sent to taunt the living God, and he will call him to account for the words that Jehovah your God has heard. So offer up a prayer in behalf of the who have survived." So the servant of King Isaiah went in to Isaiah, and Isaiah said to them, "This is what you should say to your Lord. This is what Jehovah says. Do not be afraid because of the words that you heard, the words with which the attendants of the king of Assyria blasphemed me." Each time the kings followed Jehovah's guidance, they were blessed and the nations was protected. Second Chronicles chapter 20, verses 29 and 30. And the dread of God came upon all the kingdoms, heard that Jehovah had fought against the army. Thus the kingdom of Jehoshaphat had no disturbance, and his God continued to give him rest on every side. Verses, no. Second Chronicles chapter 32, verse 22 reads, "So Jehovah saved Hezekiah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem from the hand of King Sennacherib of Assyria, and from the hand of all others, and gave them rest on every side." And back to the article. It was obvious that Jehovah was using his prophets to guide his people. After this, I'll get cleaned up. Alright, so that was the daily text, which will be the verse of the day. So we're on chapter 18. One, two, three, and here we are. So if you want the link, I'll ask for it. I said, I have the link saved. And if you want the link, you message me privately and I'll send it to you. God is not far off from each one of us. Acts chapter 17, 24 through 28 reads, "The God who made the world, all the things in it, being as he, Lord of heaven and army, wait, no, Lord of heaven and earth, does not dwell in handmade temples, nor is he served by human as if he needed anything, because he himself gives to all people life and breath in all things. And he made out of one man of men to dwell on the entire surface of the earth, and he decreed the appointed times and the set limits of where men would dwell, so that they would seek God, if they might grope for him and really find him, although in fact he is not far from each one of us. For by him he we have life and move and exist, even as some of your own poets have said, for we are also his children. Jehovah is around us. Okay, when my parents told me when I was a kid, God is around you, Jesus is around you, I'm like looking to the right, to the left. I don't see anybody. Where is he? All right. It says their spirit is with us. Well, that's different, Daddy. I didn't understand. He goes, when you are older, you'll understand. It was always that question. When you're older, you'll understand with a lot of stuff. I asked him a question about something. When you're older, I'm like, well, we're learning it in school. Can I know now? And so he sat down and explained. I went, oh, cool. And I wrote down the answer. He goes, you little cheater. Oh, my mom wouldn't. No, I suppose. Oh, it was funny. It was really funny. Did I? Gosh, don't tell me they kicked me back. It's just, I gotta find out where I was now. Oops. It kicked me forward. That, they confused me, this thing. There we go, I found it. So, click on God and press play.
God is not far off from each one of us.
Listen.
Acts 17, 24 to 28. Paragraph 12, question, how did Paul adapt his approach to his listeners? Paul had established common ground, but could he maintain it when giving a witness? And unfamiliar with the scriptures, he adapted his approach in several ways. First, he presented biblical teachings without directly quoting from the scriptures. Second, he identified himself with his listeners, at times using the words us and we. Third, he quoted from Greek literature to show that certain things he was teaching were expressed in their own writings. Let us now examine Paul's powerful speech. What important truths did he convey about the God who was unknown to the Athenians? Paragraph 13. Question.
Hold up. Loaded to your video. See video. And just tell me a video was uploaded. Does it mean like one of my live streams I did yesterday? It takes a long time for it to load on my side. To upload, so if you don't have some of my lives don't even have a chat anymore. And I don't understand why. Okay. How did Paul adapt his approach to his listeners? How did he do it? Well, first, he presented Bible teaching without directly quoting from the scriptures. Then, second, he identified himself with his listeners, at times using the word us and we. Then he quoted from the Greek literature to show that certain things he was teaching were expressed in his own writings.
What did Paul explain about the origin of the universe? And what was the implication of his words? God created the universe. Said Paul, the God who made the world and all the things in it, being as he is, Lord of heaven and earth, does not dwell in handmade temples. Acts 17:24.
Okay, Mandy. Acts chapter 17, verse 24 reads, He got, no, oh my gosh. The God who made the world and all the things in it, being as he is, Lord of heaven and earth, does not dwell in homemade temples. Okay. The universe, no, that's not me reading it.
The footnote reads, the Greek word rendered world is cosmos, which the Greeks applied to the material universe. It is possible that Paul, who was trying to maintain common ground with his Grecian audience, here used the term in that sense. End of footnote. The universe did not come about by accident. The true God is the creator of all things.
Oh, stop,
Unlike
stop,
Athena
stop,
or-
stop, stop. Jeez. I was pressing the button and, oh my gosh. Let's go back. It kicked me forward quite a bit. Oh, where was he? Alright, Acts chapter 17, verse 24 reads, The God who made the world. Oh, I already read this. Is it on here twice? No, I read that. I'm confused. Where are you? Oh, well. Yeah. Go.
The other deities whose glory depended on temples, shrines, and altars, the sovereign Lord of...
Here it is. Psalms 146, verse 6 reads, The maker of heaven and earth, of the sea, and of that is in them. Oh, hold on, let me reread this again. The maker of heaven and earth, of the sea, and of all that is in them, the one who always remains faithful. Yes, Jehovah.
Heaven and earth cannot be contained in temples built by human hands. The implication of Paul's words was clear. The true God is grander than any man-made idols found in man-made temples.
Isaiah chapter 40, verses 18 to 26 reads, wait. We missed 1 Kings. 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 27 reads, But with God really dwell on the earth? Look, the heavens, yes, the heaven of the heavens cannot contain you. How much less than this house that I have built? Isaiah chapter 40, verses 18 to 26 reads, To whom can you compare God? What likeness can you put next to him? The craftsmanship casts an idol. The metal worker overlays it with gold, and he forged silver chains. He chooses a tree for his contribution, a tree that will not rot. He searches for a skilled craftsmanship to prepare a carved image that will not topple over. Do you not know? Ooh. Have you not heard? Has it not been told to you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundation of the earth? There is one who dwells above the circle of the earth, and its inhabitants are like grasshoppers. He is stretching out the heavens like a fine gauze, and he spread them out like a tent to dwell in it. Dwell in. He reduces high officials to nothing, and makes the judges of the earth in unreality. They are hardly planted, they are hardly sown, their stem has hardly taken root in the earth, and they are blown on and dry on, and the wind carries them away like stubble. To whom can you liken me to make me this equal? Says the Holy. Lift up your eyes to heaven and see who has created these things. It is the one who brings out the army by number, and he calls them all by name because of his vast dynamic energy and his awe-inspiring power. Now one of them is missing. Okay. Oh. What did Paul explain about the origin of the universe, and what was the implication of his words? I did not highlight it. That's what I did. Um, well, the God who made the world and all the things in it, being as he is, Lord of heavens and earth, does not dwell in handmade temples. The universe did not come about by accident. No, no. No, Jehovah created it. Hold on. The true God is the creator of all things, unlike Athena or the other deities whose glory depends on temples, shrines, altars. The sovereign Lord of heaven and earth cannot be contained in temples built by human hands. The implication of Paul's words was clear. The true God is greater than any man made idol found in man made temples. So I reread the whole thing. Well, it's basically everything's the answer. So the whole chapter is the answer. So thank you for the like. Oh, I think she left. Sometimes she does, and that's okay. I needed a minute to wake up my mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 left. Yeah. That's another thing. This one's longer. Danielle, I think this one's as long as all three put together. So maybe a little longer. Oh yeah, we had the box set yesterday too. How did Paul? No, that's them. I just pressed play.
Paragraph 14, question. How did Paul show that God is not dependent on humans? God is not dependent on humans. Idolaters were accustomed to clothing their images with lavish garments, showering them with expensive gifts, or bringing them food and drink, as if the idols needed such things. However, some of the Greek philosophers in Paul's audience may have believed that a God would need nothing from humans. If so, they no doubt agreed with Paul's statement that God is not served by human hands as if he needed anything. Indeed, there is nothing material that humans can give to the Creator. Rather, he gives humans what they need, life and breath and all things, including the sun, the rain, and fruitful soil. Acts 17:25.
Acts 17:25 reads, "Nor is he served by human hands as if he needed anything, because he himself gives to all people life and breath in all things." We already read this one point today. That's okay. We can read it 5 more times. I don't care. Genesis chapter 2 verse 7 reads, "And Jehovah God went on to form the man out of dust from the ground, and to blow into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living person." And that was Adam.
So God, the giver, is not dependent on humans, the receivers.
Nope. How did Paul show that God is not dependent on humans? Well, Paul's statement was that God is not served by human hands as if he needed anything. He don't need anything. But indeed, there is nothing material that humans can give to the Creator. Rather, the Creator, he gave humans what we need. He gave us what we need. Life and breathe, I'm just going to read. Life and breathe in all things include the sun, the rain, and the fruit of the soil. Yep, that's what he gave us. So that should have been highlighted too. Here we go. It's all highlighted. Okay.
Paragraph 15. Question. How did Paul address the Athenians' belief that they were superior to non-Greeks? And what important lesson can we learn from his example? God made man. The Athenians believed that they were superior to non-Greeks. But pride of nationality or race goes against Bible truth.
Hold on. Let me get caught up. I was daydreaming. It happens and I hate it. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 17 reads, "For Jehovah your God is the God of gods and the Lord of lords, the God great, mighty, and awe-inspiring, who treats none with partiality and does not accept a bribe." No. People, I'm just saying, if you watch me when you own your own company and someone has to be let go and they try to say, "Oh, I can give you this and this," do not accept bribes, because that could get you in deep trouble.
Paul addressed this delicate matter with tact and skill. When he said, God made out of one man every nation of men, Paul's words no doubt gave his listeners pause. Acts 17:26. He was referring to the
Acts 17:26 reads, "And he made out of one man every nation of men to dwell on the entire surface of the earth. And he decreed the appointed times and the set limits of where men would dwell."
Genesis account of Adam, the progenitor of the human race. Since all humans have a common ancestor, no race or nationality is superior to another. How could any of Paul's listeners miss the point?
Oh, hold on, we skipped another one. Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 to 28 reads, "Then God said, let us make man in our image." Now, when he said that, who do you think he was talking to in heaven? The angels and Jesus. So Jesus was here when we were created. "According to our likeness, and let them have in subjection the fish of the sea, the flying creatures of the heavens, the sky, and the domestic animals and all the earth, and every creeping animal that is moving on the earth. And God went on to create the man in his image. In God's image he created him. Male and female he created them. Further, God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and become many. Fill the earth and subdue it, and have in subjection the fish of the sea, and the flying creatures of the heavens, and every living creature that is moving on the earth. I have a question. They call it the heavens. We call it the sky. When did it stop to be called the sky? We might be looking up something. And please remind me, because I might forget. I have time.
We learn an important lesson from his example. While we want to be tactful and reasonable in our witnessing work, we do not want to water down Bible truth so as to make it more acceptable to others.
Right. Don't dilute it. How did Paul address the Athenians? Beliefs that they were superior and not to non-Greeks? Well, when he said, with tact and skill, when he said God made out of one man every nation of the man. And what important lesson can we learn from his example? Don't dilute it. Don't water it down. Don't thin it out so more people will accept it.
Paragraph 16. Question: what is the Creator's purpose for humans? God purposed that humans be close to him. Even if the philosophers in Paul's audience had long debated the purpose of human existence, they could never have explained it satisfactorily. Paul, however, clearly revealed the Creator's purpose for humans, namely for them to seek God, if they might grope for him and really find him, although in fact he is not far off from each one of us. Acts 17:27.
Acts 17:27, so that they would seek God if they might grope for him and really find him, although in fact he is not far from each one of us.
The God who was unknown to the Athenians is by no means unknowable. On the contrary, he is not far off from those who truly want to find him and learn about him. Notice that Paul used the term us, thus including himself among those who needed to seek and grope for God.
Okie dokie. What is the Creator's purpose for the humans? Well, that humans be close to him and to seek God, that they might grope for him and really find him, although in fact he's not far off. He's not far off from each one of us. So, for us to seek him, that's our purpose. And to multiply and fill the earth. 17 and 18, then that's it. I thought it was 19 and 20. I don't know.
Paragraphs 17 and 18. Question: why should humans feel drawn to God? And what can we learn from the way Paul appealed to his audience? Humans should feel drawn to God. Because of him, Paul said, we have life and move and exist. Some scholars say that Paul was alluding to the words of Epimenides, a Cretan poet of the 6th century BCE, and a figure significant in Athenian religious tradition. Paul gave another reason why humans should feel drawn to God. Some of your own poets have said, "For we are also his children."
Acts chapter 17, verse 28. For by him we have life and move and exist, even as some of your own poets have said, for we are also his children. Yeah, we've read this before. That's okay.
17:28.
I meant the passage.
Humans should feel a kinship with God. He created the one man from whom all humans descend.
Yep.
To appeal to his audience, Paul wisely quoted directly from Greek writings that his listeners no doubt respected. The footnote reads, Paul quoted from the astronomical poem Phenomena by the Stoic poet Aratus. Similar words are found in other Greek writings, including Hymn to Zeus by the Stoic writer Cleanthes. End of footnote. In harmony with Paul's example, we may at times make limited use of quotations from secular history, encyclopedias, or other accepted reference works. For example, an appropriate quote from a respected source might help to convince a non-witness about the origin of certain false religious practices or observances. Up to this point in his speech, Paul conveyed key truths about God, skillfully tailoring his words to his audience. What did the apostle want his Athenian listeners to do with this vital information? Without delay, he went on to tell them as he continued his speech.
Okie dokie. Thank you for reading. That's what they do at the meetings. They thank the person for reading. Why should humans feel drawn to God? Well, because of him, Paul said, we have life and move and exist. I'll highlight it now. Because he created us. Why wouldn't we want to be drawn to him? What can we learn from the way Paul appealed to his audience? Well, he conveyed the truth about God, skillfully tailoring his words to his audience. Yep. He told the truth, and that's it. And that's what we can learn from him. Tell the truth. Don't lie. So that's all it's going to be for today. I will be live after my Bible study. I don't know if we're going to go for 2 hours or just 1 hour. I remember one time, Sheila says we only have a little bit, so we can only study a little bit. I forgot what she had to do. She says, in the future, can I reschedule for this afternoon? She says, yeah, just tell me. I'm like, then I'll just do my live stream in the morning and we can study in the afternoon. We'll change my schedule. My schedule is always flexible. So, I love you guys. I hope you got something from this. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. Oh, we're going to try to see when did they stop calling the heavens sky. I don't know if we can search it here. Search. Is there any search here? Oh well. Go to hold on. JW. Hold on. .org. Boom. Accept. Okay. When did people stop calling the heavens sky? Question mark. That's if it's there. The animals go to heaven. Mm-hmm. There's really nothing about that. So let's just Google it instead, okay? So there's nothing there about it. When did people call the heavens the sky? Question mark. The term heavens and sky have been used interchangeably throughout history, often referring to the visible expanse above the earth. And in ancient times, particularly without religious texts like the book of Genesis, the word of heavens was used to describe both the physical sky and the dwelling place of God. Over time, the description between the physical sky and the spiritual realm became more defined, with sky primarily referring to the atmosphere expanse and heavens to a more transcendent space. Well, there you go. I did research all by myself. I'm proud. So, thank you, Jehovah, for giving me that ability. And thank you to everybody for being here. Love, don't judge. Until next time.